Good morning. I'm Susan Guthrie, America's Divorce Innovation Specialist. And today I want to talk to you about a topic that always comes up at some point in a divorce with a client. It just came up this morning on a call I had with one of my clients. And so I wanted to go into it. And it is, when can I date? Because everyone asks me that. They want to know, well, they're getting a divorce. Is it okay at this point to date? When can I go out and date? Is it okay that my spouse is dating? This always comes up. So it's actually sort of a two-pronged answer. There's sort of a legal side to this, and then there's what I call a practical side. So the legal side is you can date while you're getting divorced. There's no legal prohibition on your spending time with someone other than your spouse, even if you're still legally married. The thing that a court would be looking at is whether or not your conduct with this third party does one of two things. One, was it the cause of the breakdown of the marriage? Did you bear some fault in breaking down the marriage because of this relationship? And as I tell most clients, clearly, if you met the person you're dating after the marriage broke up, after divorce papers were filed, after the process was started, then clearly it wasn't the cause of the breakdown. It's something that came about after. The other thing that will come up is if you go out and you're spending an inordinate amount of money on this new person. We've talked about that in some of our podcasts. Go listen to Bet You Didn't Know Adultery Can Bite You in the Ass, even in a no-fault state, on Breaking Free, a Modern Divorce podcast, because the court will be interested in the fact that you are buying gifts for your new significant other. They will be interested in the cost of all of that: expensive dinners, paying their expenses, buying them presents, taking them on trips. And that money that you spend, if it's during the divorce action, might get brought back in as a point of controversy or a point to be dealt with in the divorce, because you're essentially spending some of the money that perhaps belongs to your still married spouse. So that's the legal side of things. You can go ahead and go date, but then there's the practical side. And this is what I really want you to think about, because I have done this for a very long time, and I have seen even the most amicable of divorces get derailed when one of the parties goes out and starts a relationship with a third party. There's a phenomenon that I called "I don't want him" or "I don't want her, but you can't have them." I don't want them, you can't have them. It is, this phenomenon where somebody has decided they don't want to be married to you anymore, but they become emotionally disturbed or upset when you start seeing somebody else. And it has a lot of different genesis. There's a lot of different things, and I'll let a therapist go into it more. What I'm concerned about on behalf of my clients, and what I want you to hear, is that if your soon-to-be ex is upset and emotional and angry and embarrassed because you're now going to the restaurant you used to go to where all your friends hang out with this new person, or whatever it is, if you rile up the emotions of your spouse and then try to sit down and negotiate, don't be surprised when it doesn't work out very well. Emotionally upset people, as we always talk about, are not rational. They don't make good decisions, and they will often drag out the divorce process on principle or because of their anger or their hurt or their fear. And so what could have been a simple divorce turns into a long, drawn out process. Well, the emotions are being processed. So you may say, why is that my problem? That's how it's your problem. It's going to drag out your divorce. It's going to ramp up the animosity, and it's going to make it harder to settle. And as I always tell people, you need to get to settlement, because that's when you can truly move forward with your life. So if you have a new significant other, that's when you can really start exploring how that relationship is going to progress if it is. While you're going through your divorce process, yes, you can date, but I want everyone to just take a careful look at the situation. And if you are going to do that, at the very least, be discreet. Do not cause unnecessary embarrassment. Although it may feel good to shove this new person in your ex's face, you're only going to harm your own case. You're only going to harm your own position. So I always tell clients to refrain from dating or to do so in a very discreet manner. Don't take your new person or this person that you're dating to the corner restaurant where you've always gone with your spouse. Those are just things that are going to inflame the situation. So, quick answer to when can I date? You can date, but you better think about it.